the thing is, once you're known for something, they expect you to turn up with it every single time. So for me, it's trains and also this thing here, which some of you guys on YouTube have basically said that you've never seen a microphone that's had such big, squishy foam covers. This is DavidTrainMic, my visual podcast, basically on YouTube. I think you're supposed to do podcasts where you can actually see the person. Now, some of us, I guess, there's occasionally a few of us that cheat and, okay, well, AI is one thing. The other thing is they put a picture of themselves as a still JPEG, and that's pretty much it. I've never seen anyone do it, but I believe it's doable, but I'm not one for that. With this thing here, well, not this exact mic, but I've been doing radio since 2004 in Beijing. And it's not the really hard news type, although, interestingly enough, the first news item I read, on the air was a change to national laws and constitutions. But the vast majority of stuff I've done have basically been about music and also travel. Around 2008, I actually had my own show along with another co-host at Radio Beijing. Officially, it was her as the host, but basically, it was like basically, I came in with the ideas for rail travel shows, and we did one where actually we supposedly called the Beijing to Tianjin Intercity High-Speed Railway Line light rail, and that was fail. So because it was a 350 monster, not just your typical 80 kilometer per hour Jetsonish light rail monorail stuff. I've always been a fan of a monorail on with SimCity. I've been building those in SimCity for lots of monorails. So this video podcast derives from my experiences with radio for over 20 years. Because back then in 2008, the radio station is something that was really special. They not just gave us the microphone, but they gave us cameras. And so basically, not only could you hear us, but you could also see us. And back in the day, I was not so much a hotpot fan, so I was still within the reasonable proportions. Anyway, this video podcast is basically me with the camera, set up, hit record, and that's it. Anything from extraneous voices or noises to slips of the, slips of a tongue get immortalized on YouTube. And basically, it's got everything to do with the railways. Now, the way I'm starting this is I'll be briefing you guys from pretty much anywhere. Could be in my car, could be at home, could be by a railway station underneath a railway bridge. Anyway, my views and comments of some of the rail industry things that to me matter a lot, or just a little bit, or an amazing journey I've done by rail, metro, or tram. Anywhere in the world, not just China. Or my recollections of some of the epic journeys, hopefully with a ticket, and not just a digital ticket, but a real ticket, paper ticket ideally, of some of the most epic journeys I've done. Or just a recollection of anything trains, and occasionally anything trains with this thing here. It's going to be a horrifically messed up start, because for some reason or the other, I can't find the video that contained the actual episode 1, or as I would say, briefing 1. So I'm redoing briefing 1 here, and it's a little bit messed up because you're going to see stuff after this first episode, or this first briefing, which was filmed a lot earlier in another city. So we'll be doing a little bit of time travel, which is actually a lot of fun. We'll be doing a lot of railway time travel with this huge microphone here for the first couple of editions, whilst you bear with me, whilst we try to get things sorted again and get the timings straight. And going into 2016, going into 2026, I hope we can finally make this orderly, as in we shoot and then we edit and then we post it online on YouTube. It's just simply going to be trains, but it's not just only going to be trains. It's going to be about trains and so much more. And it's going to be quite a wild journey with me here. But that's life. And that's life especially this year, which has been a rather special year. My end. First ever rail journeys. National rail across Africa and across the Americas. Finally bringing the global rail mileage, my end, close to 50,000 kilometers. And that's a thing, because that bests my 2019 record. And everyone's like, you haven't really, cornered it. You haven't really turned a corner until you best your 2019 record. Well, this year, we're halfway to 100,000 kilometers, which I probably wouldn't be able to do. So we'll leave it till next year. But it's going to be quite an epic journey. Stay tuned for more DavidTrainMic, as it's basically anything with me and, of course, with the trains in front of this year. I think among one of the first episodes I'll be doing is views of Beijing from one of the more special parts of town, and that's a railway bridge, which is located in southern Beijing. And that's special because it's a great place to take a lot of really, really, really good railway snaps.